It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on another SEC rival, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So USC's offense will have the ball first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Fires to the tight end. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They boot it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Penn State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
That's reeled in. It's Ivy. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Trying play action. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's strong. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
the best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The RPO, it's complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Ivy. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Past the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Trojans. The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The give to the tailback. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Makes the grab. It's Saunders. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Fires one high and deep. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Cricket. Ready, go. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Pressure coming. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on.
Turning it on. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Nittany Lions had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Got his man in the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Going right to work up top. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Rushes on him. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Strockett. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
From the gun, running back on the move. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Some misdirection with the counter. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Off-play action on first down. Grab near the marker. It's Ivy. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run play action. Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He's got it. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Ready, set.
The Nittany Lions, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he used that stiff arm as a sledgehammer to bludgeon his way to a few extra yards. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense is choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Fowler. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Just enough time to get off one more snap. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Hit as he throws. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the LA Coliseum.
He'll bring it out. It's Ivy. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Handoff from the shotgun. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. And the punt will be marked dead just inside the 45-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Makes a connection. Breaks into the open. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turning it into a playmaker, turning it into a small wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Ivy. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. They'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Spider! He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in, it's strong. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. That this offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that fourth down.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sidelines. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Use the play fake, now to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, USC! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Leinart, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard, and that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to...
Oh, he's got some space. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Ready? So first down, we'll open up the final period. Come on, set! Wants to throw on first down. Going for the big play. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Penn State! That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jordan. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Okay, ready?
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And that falls incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, looking to pass. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to the back. There he goes. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Steps away. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Going the other way, and he's got room.
I don't want to pile on and kill this young man that plays QB, but you have to understand situational football. You got to understand a field goal puts me in the lead. This game is tied. The worst thing I could do is throw an interception.
The play action fake. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Pulls and fires complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The offense changing the play. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. The Nittany Lions have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Gonna run it. It's Hayes. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, and how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Georgia Southern is putting on a show offensively, only there's been no real story arc. It's been all Eagles all day with almost no let-up. They're up by 38 over the Groupers. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. They'll go to work in the air on second down, trying to set up the screen. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Quickly out to the tight end. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a fourth down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done, though.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And the Nittany Lions will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for the score. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first game